So after DWI arrest, a good defense lawyer is going to do two things to protect your driver's license. The first thing is that within 15 days of their arrest, they're going to request an ALR hearing. An ALR hearing is just a hearing with the Texas Department of Safety that you try to keep your driver's license from ever getting suspended in the first place. The second thing a good DWI lawyer is going to do is get you an occupational driver's license if that hearing doesn't go the way you want it to go. So it's kind of a two-step approach. First, we're going to fight the license suspension from the start. And then second, if that doesn't work, we're going to get you an occupational driver's license. An occupational driver's license in Texas is going to let you do whatever you need to do with your life. It's going to let you go to work. It's going to let you pick up your kids, let you go get groceries, let you do all the things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis to move on with your life after a DWI arrest. Occupational driver's license can be good for up to 2 years. The idea here is that it gives you time to work through the DWI process. So, most of our clients, if they end up with an occupational driver's license, they're using that while we're going to court, and then eventually they have full reinstatement of their driver's licenses. So a lot of times our clients really never lose any driving privileges from the time of their arrest to the time the case is over. So ignition interlock devices are those things they put in the car and you got to blow into to make your car start. There are different rules based on different offenses as to when you have to get that device put in your car. Generally, if you have a DWI second or more, they're going to require it. A lot of times on first DWIs, the judge won't require it. If you've got it in your vehicle and it's not working for you, there's some other options we can explore to have it removed. But with those ignition interlock devices, the way it works is that if you blow into the machine and you have a violation, otherwise if it detects alcohol, it's going to alert the pretrial officer or the probation officer there was a violation. That then makes its way back to the judge, and then you've got to go to court and explain why when you tried to start your vehicle, you had some alcohol on your breath. So a word on DWIs and commercial driver's licenses. This is one of the topics that comes up the most. If you have a CDL and you get a DWI, you need to take this incredibly seriously because your whole future could depend on the outcome of the ALR hearing and the outcome of the DWI case itself. CDL drivers often have good careers, they got good jobs, they're making good money, and it can all go away with a DWI conviction that ends up suspending their CDL license. So the advice for anybody with a CDL, take it incredibly serious. Hire the best DWI lawyer you can because your entire career, your family, your future depends on the outcome of that case. So one of the mistakes we see with people after a DWI is that they think they can't drive anymore. And really, I know it doesn't sound like the way it should, but after a DWI, you need to be a productive member of society. The judge wants to see you out and about doing the things to move on. The worst thing you can do is kind of become a hermit and not do the things you're supposed to be doing. You want to get in school, you want to be working, you want to be here for kids, you want to have a career, you want to be making money, you want to be doing all of those things. And to do that, you're going to have to drive, right? So don't have the mindset of after DWI, hey, I can't drive ever again. That's just going to kind of spiral and make things worse for you. What you want to do is be proactive. Request your ALR hearing within 15 days to see if you can keep the license suspension from ever happening. And if that doesn't work, get an occupational driver's license, right? And again, that license is going to let you do things you need to do to be successful, to get a good outcome in court. Things like going to work, things like going to church, things like getting therapy, getting classes, doing all the things that you're supposed to do. The judge is not going to want to see or hear that you haven't done anything since your DWI arrest. It's going to look a lot better if you've been proactive, if you've been working, if you've been a productive member of society. So after a DWI, driver's license issues always pop up. If you've got any questions about that, call us. We'll do a free consultation. We'll look at your case. We'll look at your driver's license. We'll figure out what strategies we need to use to make sure that you can keep legally driving in the future.